What's up, people? It's your girl Adeola. By now, I thought everybody knows that when it comes to Nigerian situation, you are not supposed to say the truth bagada like that. And you're supposed to say that the president is doing really well, that Nigeria is great. Because the moment you say the truth about the situation of things, people would automatically start saying that you are being sponsored by the opposition. Sure, you understand? Which is why I don't talk. Whenever my friends are talking about Nigerian politics, I just be looking, be swag, but sure, you understand? But that is also because I don't know anything, as you guys know. But I guess that the former CBN governor, Mr. Soludo, did not get the memo that you are not supposed to speak with the whole of your mouth. Can you believe the article that the man wrote last week about the two main presidential candidates in Nigeria? First of all, he graded my president's performance and gave him F9. Chey! Who gave him the right to grade my Jonathan? That is my job now. Why is the man trying to do my job? And then the mistake he made was, instead of using the transformation agenda, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like the trains that we borrowed billions of dollars to buy, and the repainted airports, and the fact that we used to have 2,000 megawatts of electricity. Now we have 4,000 megawatts. That is a huge achievement. Instead of using all that, how many megawatts do they have in Texas, my brother? 12,000 megawatts of in Texas alone. You're very sure? God bless you. So instead of using the transformation agenda, the man had the audacity to use what they would use to grade presidents in other parts of the world: per capita income, GDP, inflation, exchange rate, unemployment rate, poverty rate, and so on and so forth. In short, he said that when it comes to the economy, that my president is a total failure. You don't, no, Mr. President, you don't have anything to worry about. You don't have to get upset with people like this. Let me handle the man. Let me handle him. How dare you? I'm coming back to deal with you. But another cocoa of the article, the man said that with the oil boom, we've made so much money during Jonathan's time than any other time in Nigeria. He said the only problem is we don't know what the government has done with the money. Not a kobo has been saved since Jonathan became president. Hey! So the whole transformation agenda, the trains, airports, everything, they were done with debt from China and other places. According to the man, Mr. Soludo, you know me, I cannot be saying big things like this, God forbid. During Obasanjo's time, oil was $38 per barrel. Yet, Obasanjo paid off $12 billion debt, and he added $38 billion to our savings. That's our foreign reserve. So we had $5 billion before Obasanjo, and he left $43 billion in our savings. Meanwhile, oil has been between $105 to $120 per barrel during Mr. Jonathan's time, at least for the last 4 years. Yet, we were not able to save 1 naira in the foreign reserve. In fact, the $43 billion left by Obasanjo has been depleted to $36 billion. So are you guys understanding what I'm understanding? Because my understanding is starting to become understated with all this money that are unaccounted for. Now, guess how much our domestic and our external debt is right now under Mr. Jonathan? It is about $40 billion. Yeah, baby! Just spending money anyhow. As a former CBN governor, the man said that with the oil boom during Jonathan's time, we should have at least between $102 billion and $118 billion saved in our foreign reserve because of the oil boom that we've experienced during Jonathan. Considering the fact that in the last 4 years alone, Nigeria made more than $469 billion from oil. What? 469? My father and my God. Some people have been lying to us. That means that the oil money should be enough to transform Nigeria without us having to borrow from anybody. I mean real transformation, not the locomotive or whatever. I can't believe $469 billion. That is a lot of money. That is almost $500 billion. Anyway, the man said many things, but that is the cocoa. And as expected, Madam Ngozi Mama, that is Big Mama. She was very upset. I'm telling you, this woman was very upset. And you know that she has every right to be now, because the article made it look as if Ngozi herself has just been deceiving us with bogus economic grammar, while herself and other cabals are chopping our money. So she should be upset. I'll be upset too if I'm the finance minister and they're saying all these things about the economy. That means I have failed. So I will be upset. Apparently though, when some people are upset, the euphemism of the caricature of their vernacular escalates. Sure, you understand? Just listen to this. She said that this this article shows how an embittered loser, that is the former CBN governor, the guy is a loser. Old people insulting each other. Shows how a loser in the Nigerian political space can get so derailed that they commit intellectual harakiri. Hey, harakiri. Mama laye, I'm really enjoying this, your grammar. Nigerians and big grammar and nothing to show for it. Are you okay? I know the thing hit me too. I was like, what? Harakiri. He committed harakiri by deliberately misquoting economic facts and maliciously turning statistics on his head to justify a hatchet job. Okay, so but the man lied. Madam, can you just tell us, has he lied? And the man said that more than 60% of our graduates are unemployed. Not be so. I have personal persons. I have a lot of friends that have finished school in years. They are still looking for a job. And the man also said that there's no reason for Naira to depreciate to, you know what it was last week? 210 Naira to $1. Just imagine. Naira to budget. He said that Naira should be like 112 Naira to $1, or at worst, 125 Naira to $1. Anyway, after attacking the man, calling him all kinds of names, saying that he's the worst CBN governor we've ever had in Nigeria, Madam Ngozi then listed all the great achievements of President Jonathan. And I would really advise that you guys read this before you go to bed. It's a lot. I think that it's good for us to remind ourselves once in a while about the great works of Mr. Jonathan. And guess one of the first things Madam listed? The trains. Of course, now that is God. See, this is why you will never see me say any bad thing about Madam Ngozi. Never. She said that they've improved infrastructure across the country, all over the country, capitalizing on airport terminals. Yeah, she said that they built roads, which is true. They've built a lot of roads. It's not that the Jonathan administration has not done anything. They've done a lot of good things. It's just that I guess the bad things are like this, and the good it's not like they've not done any good thing. She talked about agriculture, housing, creative sector, and our manufacturing sector, saying that we now have made in Nigeria, Nissan, Toyota, and stuff like that. Excuse me 1 minute. Personally, Madam, you do well. You know me that I can never contradict, controvert, refute, or disprove anything you say. No, I always take your words as gospel. So me, I can never say that you lie. But Madam, this whole made in Nigeria, Kia, Nissan, and Toyota, when will you stop lying to us? How many common people can afford these cars in Nigeria? How many common people? Assembling cars in Nigeria is different from manufacturing cars, Madam, and we know the difference. As for me though, the best part of the article was when Mr. Soludo said that we still don't know exactly how the opposition party is planning on solving the problems we have in Nigeria. I said thank you, my brother. Thank you. Everybody is just attacking each other instead of telling us what they will do, what they will bring to the table. Right now, so many Nigerians just want anything but Jonathan. Anybody. I'm telling you, some Nigerians will vote for anything and anybody. So long as it is not Jonathan. I guess many of them are just tired of Jonathan right now. Except those of us that have always been loyal to Mr. Jonathan. As far as I'm concerned, I would say Jonathan till 2019. That is, at least 2 times, my Oga, 2 times. You deserve it. But, the opposition party needs to be more clear about their strategy for a new Nigeria, starting with the problem of unemployment. That is a huge problem in Nigeria. The other day, the vice presidential candidate, Mr. Obasanjo, said that Buhari will create 720,000 jobs in a year. My people, I laughed in Yoruba. I said, really? That is not enough. We have millions of people graduating every year. What will 720,000 jobs do when we already have a lot of people that don't have jobs right now? If you want my advice, Mr. Buhari, which is very expensive, by the way, I don't just give out my advice. Complete the Adeola Steel Company, as well as other steel companies that we have in Nigeria. Let them start operating. That alone will create hundreds of thousands of jobs for people. Let Nigeria start manufacturing its own cars from scratch. Shebi, steel is one of our natural resources in Nigeria. So why do we have to be importing cars now? Let Nigeria start manufacturing its own cars. Bring all these Nigerians that are designing cars abroad. There are so many. If you don't know anybody, you should know Mr. Adeola Tolani Aliyu. The man is designing cars for America. Bring people like that to Nigeria. Not only would cars be much more affordable, but it would create jobs for thousands of engineers and auto designers. What am I even saying? Fix the refineries. That alone will create jobs for thousands of people. Fix up the refineries and build new refineries so we don't have to keep refining our oil in other countries and then buying back refined oil. That will create jobs for a lot of people, and we will save money from a subsidy. We won't have to subsidize anything. Build bigger dams for more megawatts of electricity. That will create jobs for people. Have people working on our roads so that all roads are repaired and tarred, not just the roads in Abuja. So you understand, the roads in my village, I want them to be repaired and tarred. Renovate all our dilapidated institutions. In fact, build more universities and polytechnics, because you know it's ridiculous sometimes when you think about the ratio of students to lecturers in Nigeria. Sometimes you'll be like, hey, how do you all fit inside one classroom? So build more schools, hire more teachers, upgrade our hospitals, employ more doctors, more nurses. A lot of Nigerian doctors and nurses are making big money here. If you build more hospitals and you're in need of doctors, people will come home now. Do thorough renovation of our airports and build more airports. We need more terminals in Lagos, in Abuja. That will also create a lot of jobs. I mean, I know that it's not as easy as, you know, I sound right now, especially now that we don't have any savings. How do you pay them when the government doesn't have any savings? I'm just throwing out some ideas about how they can create jobs. But you know, what do I know? By the way, I don't just give out advice. You understand? You owe me. I guess that when I see what other people are doing with their own oil money, it gets on my nerves, because we also have oil and I feel like we're just stuck in one place. I once showed a video of Dubai, and some people wrote me that why am I comparing Nigeria with Dubai? Dubai is not a democracy. I said, shoot, it is very, very easy to find excuses for not doing the right thing. If the man transformed Dubai in 7 years, like I showed you in that video, that is less than 2 terms that some of our presidents would spend in office in Nigeria. And I don't think that the man waited till the 5th year to start doing something. If somebody wants to transform a country, by the end of the 2nd year, you will start seeing things now. So please stop coming up with excuses about why Nigeria is not developing. At least America is democracy. Canada is democracy. They have all these structures in place. What am I even saying? The former president of Brazil, Lula da Silva, the man transformed Brazil in 8 years. He served 2 terms. He transformed Brazil. In 8 years that he was president, Brazil became the world's 8th largest economy. The world, not the largest in Africa. So you understand? The whole world, in the whole world. Under this man, Brazil became the 8th largest economy in the whole world, and more than 20 million people rose out of acute poverty. Not just out of poverty, but acute poverty. You can Google it yourself. By the way, I think it's interesting that the man ran for presidency 3 times unsuccessfully before he finally won. And guess what? He transformed the country. Wow. No, I'm not saying anything because, you know, don't write me that I'm comparing him with Buhari. No, not at all. So I'm not comparing Nigeria with Dubai's government. I'm trying to point out that everything that they are doing in Dubai, they are doing it with the oil money. Oil money. And we also have oil. It's that oil thing that I want you guys to pay attention to. They have oil, we have oil. In fact, we have more than oil. We have all kinds of natural resources that I'm not going to go to today. Yet, we have nothing to show for it. Anyway, let me show you another video. I know that some people will still write me. But let me show you one more video of what oil money is doing in Dubai.
Dubai Mall, the world's most visited shopping and leisure destination. The mall has a total internal floor area of 5.9 million square feet. The size is equivalent to 50 football pitches, and gross leasable space of 3.77 million square feet. To add to the convenience of visitors, the mall features 95 elevators and 150 escalators over the 4 levels of the mall. The Dubai Mall experience continues when you step out along the waterfront promenade. With lights, water jets that rise 500 feet into the air. The beam of light shining upward from the fountain can be seen for over 20 miles away and is visible from space, making it the brightest spot in the Middle East and quite possibly in the entire world.
Oh my God! Now I want to go to Dubai. Like seriously, don't you want to go to Dubai right now? To shop at that mall, and me and you now, so we can go together. Let me know how you doing. I'm so glad that you're watching today. Anyway, good luck, Jare, Madam Ngozi. Good luck trying to convince us to be grateful for the second-hand trains and, the repainted airports. And, I know what I'm saying whenever I say that these airports are repainted. I know some people have been saying, why do you keep saying they are repainted? These things that they call renovation are cheap works. I'm sure that they budgeted a lot of money, and I'm sure that some people chop so much money that they are now millionaires in the name of renovating our airports. I've seen renovations done over and over again. This is not what they call renovation anywhere in the world except Nigeria. This is Singapore. Now we are talking. Singapore. This is what you call renovation. So you understand? We used to be better than Singapore. Our economy used to be better than Singapore. So please stop posting this Lagos airport renovation thing. Look at the airport in South Korea. Toriolo. We used to lend money to South Korea. Che, there is God now. There is God. And then look at Dubai. Dubai started in 19 when did they start? My dear, they started yesterday. Dubai started like yesterday. I remember now. Nobody heard about them until like 1990 something. But look at the airport in Dubai. Just look at that. Is there a crime, my people? Is there a crime if we have these kinds of airports in Nigeria? Why? Why can't they have it and we cannot have it? Is there anything wrong in it? Why shouldn't we have the best of the best in the whole world? Considering that we have oil. Singapore, they don't have oil. South Korea, they don't have oil. I'm telling you, we made 469 billion from oil in the last 4 years alone. Why can't we have it now? Don't get me upset with your transformation agenda. Anyway, you guys know that I don't know anything. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. So the election campaigns in Nigeria are getting really, really heated. Oh my God, I'm telling you, it's been real, my people. First of all, let's start with the good news. Boko Haram released 200 women that were kidnapped at the beginning of January. Yeah, that is awesome. Oh yes. That has never happened. Mr. President, thank you so much. We are so grateful. See, this is why I have faith in you. I've always known that you can do the job. Thank you, Jerry Malga. Don't mind all the enemies of progress or all the people that have been saying all kinds of things. Why did he wait till election time? Whatever he did now, why didn't he do it when those girls were kidnapped in Chibok? So Mr. President knows the buttons to press to get Boko Haram to deliver. Is there something that Jonathan knows that we don't know? What have Mayoga? Don't mind those people there. Amebo, big mouth. They talk too much. What have they done? Just ignore them and leave the battle to me. I can always fight your battles. But my only thing is that, Mayoga, please, God bless you. Whatever you did that made Boko Haram release these women, please do it for the Chibok girls as well. It's been 9 months. My God, 9 months. We are talking about somebody speaking. So you understand? Please talk to whoever you talk to this time around. Let them bring my girls. I know you are working on it. Another good thing is that the price of kerosene came down from 130 naira to 50 naira per liter. Yes, sir. You see what I'm saying? Now tell me why I should not cast my vote for Jonathan. I'm telling you, the man is really trying. Thank you, Jerry. But Mr. Jonathan, the only thing though, my Oga, is that I'm hoping that the price of petrol can also come down, to like 50 or 55. We talked about this last week here, you understand? That would make life so much easier for us, the common people. The price of transportation will come down. The price of Okada will come down. So please, my Oga, I know you've started. Now it is 87. Tomorrow, let it be 57. Please talk to Madam Madweke. I know you guys are like this. Just talk to her. Thank you so much. So Mr. Jonathan has been doing really well. Except when the man went and announced that we will take proactive measure to end Boko Haram in 2 weeks. I said, Mr. Jonathan, I talk about this all the time. Before you make some announcement, I think you should fire all your advisors right now. And if you win this election, just, you need to hire me as your advisor. Why would you go and say something like that? Why would you say you will start taking proactive measure? You were supposed to say you will continue or that you will increase the proactive measure you've been taking. But saying that now you will start taking drastic steps suggests to some people that this whole time that we've been shouting about Boko Haram, it is now that you want to start doing something because election is 2 weeks away. Really, my Oga, why would you say anything like that? He said that the federal federal government is ready to end insurgency. I said, what do you mean ready? My God, what do you mean ready? It's like, what have you been doing all these years? People will start talking. You know how people are? They will be saying that you are doing this just because you want to win the election. Please don't mess up my campaign. And speaking of campaign, have you all seen that video produced by PDP, that's the president's party, broadcasted on AIT? Yeah, they call it the real Buhari. Yeah, first of all, considering the fact that they probably spent millions of naira in making this video, which I know that somebody became rich, I was very disappointed by the quality of the video. Even Kole Dowo can do a better job. Now, the boy can do a better job. In fact, I'm very proud of you. I know he takes his time in producing my show, but he does a good job. This video has been playing on AIT every day since last Sunday, at least once a day, and I heard that each time the thing plays, it cost about 5 million naira. Is that true? What? Can you imagine? Now, the quality of information is just bad. That is just bad.
Let's stop a minute and ask, does Buhari possess the temperament to be Nigeria's president in a globalized 21st century?
Really? Really? Like, are you serious right now? The right temperament to be a... What is the right temperament to be a president? Mr. Jonathan's temperament? These people are confused.
APC wants Nigerians to ride on Buhari's insensitivity and celebrate his parochial narrow-mindedness.
Stop playing the thing, Ojaria. Why do you keep playing this? The whole thing is just diplomatic yapping. They said Buhari doesn't smile.
The man behind the mask, the real person behind the personality. Ramrod, stiff, never smiling.
Just imagine, seriously, if you're going to lie, don't compile blatant lies, because Nigerians are very smart. There are all kinds of lies that, I can't even go into right now. Gloria Okon did not disappear during Buhari's time. She was the lady alleged to be buying drugs for Babangida, and she disappeared during Babangida's time. Delegiwa was going to write a story about it when he was murdered. Not only that, Mrs. Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, that is her last mom, died when Obasanjo burnt Kalakuta in 1978. Buhari was not even in power then. So why are they spreading all these lies in the video, the real Buhari? The documentary said that Buhari has been contesting and losing elections since 1999. That is not true. His first campaign was in 2003, and then 2007, and then 2011, and now 2015. So what's the big deal if the man has tried several times? I told you about the president of Brazil. He tried 3 times, they didn't elect him. The 4th time he won, and he transformed the country. Abraham Lincoln lost 5 separate elections before being elected the president of the United States of America. Apart from that, I don't know why they had to mention Buhari's daughter dying of sickle cell, and I don't know why they had to bring his late wife into the picture. Really? After watching that video, I said to myself, somebody has been lying to Mr. President, and I don't like it. Whoever told him that this video would get him more votes, that person doesn't want any good thing for my president. It's not good now, because the video has backfired. Yes, so Nigerians have started making their own version, calling it the real Jonathan, where everybody is just abusing my president anyhow.
Goodluck Jonathan is known for his good luck based on the bad luck of others. Patience Jonathan is listed in the Nigerian criminal database. Patience Jonathan was also indicted by the EFCC.
Must you always get out of here? Nothing shocks me anymore when it comes to Nigeria, except that many people just lost their respect for AIT. It's very sad, very, very sad. After airing that documentary, I thought that it's so funny that AIT decided to do an online poll, Buhari versus Jonathan, and surprisingly, Buhari beat Jonathan in the poll. I was like, well, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, only for AIT to take down the poll. Yeah, that is not fair. And then they said that the poll was rigged by Buhari's supporters, and they came up with this evidence that was actually fake. People were like, really, AIT, this is the best you can do? I've been saying it for a long time. There's no reason to cook up lies to make your opponent look bad. If you want to win an election, just focus on whatever you will do to change situation of things. Please, enough of this diplomatic yabbings. And speaking of the 2 candidates, did you guys hear that US Secretary of State John Kerry went to Nigeria to meet with the two candidates. They said that to discourage election violence. How very nice of the US, very generous for them to go all the way to Nigeria, you know. But why? Why did John Kerry meet with the two candidates separately? If I'm trying to mediate between Kike and Tokumbo, why would I speak with Kike separately and Tokumbo separately when I'm trying to make peace between the two of them? What did America tell Jonathan that they didn't want Buhari to hear? And what did America tell Buhari that they didn't want Mr. President to hear? Che! America! Is this about protecting your own interest in Nigeria?
For you to fix the world, you must fix Africa. For you to fix Africa, you have to fix Nigeria. And if you don't fix Nigeria, then you must fix Nigeria.
Who asked you? Are you out of your mind? Oh God, you don't even know when to be serious. This is a serious issue, my brother. Get lost. We don't know what exactly they talked about, but one thing we know is that John Kerry said whoever causes post-election violence would not be granted American visa. America. Jay! Really, America? Really? So US visa is the reward for no post-election violence in Nigeria? What happened to stressing the importance of human lives? To talking about the havocs that a violence can cause. So now Nigerian presidential candidates are like little kids that are trying to get candy. US visa is like chocolate. This is an insult. Why can't you stress the importance of the lives of Nigerians? You are saying that you will not give them an American visa. What a shame. I'm really disappointed. Anyway, Mr. President, before I forget, there's a new video circulating in your name. I'm very sure that you've not seen it because I'm very sure that you wouldn't have approved it if you've seen that video. Yeah, let's take a look.
General Muhammadu Buhari said he will stop Boko Haram if elected to be president.
And we fought Boko Haram?
Yes, that is true. Do you know why? Because Boko Haram will never make his government ungovernable. They will live in peace, side by side with Buhari's government, growing and multiplying and getting stronger day by day. And then one day, kaboom! They will strike from state to state, city to city, house to house, and no one will be safe anymore. They will come for you wherever you are, east, west, north, south. You are finished. Nigeria is finished. Pray, but vote. Nigeria's survival depends on your vote. Vote Goodluck and Sambo.
Chai! Kaboom! Nigeria is finished. Who came up with... I don't even know what to say. I don't know if I should cry or laugh. It's very pathetic. It is like using your failure to tackle insurgency as a campaign. Can you imagine? So the lives of more than 13,000 people that have been killed by Boko Haram is not important. It's okay if those people continue to die so long as Mr. Jonathan is in power. Is that what this video is trying to say? So Boko Haram would live in peace with Buhari and then all of a sudden, kaboom, they will just wake up that, we are Boko Haram, we are not supposed to live in peace with anybody. Like, really? Is that what they're trying to say? Like, this is so pathetic. It's very sad. You need to condemn this video. And the funny thing is, if the opposition should come up with a video like this, it would have been banned a long time ago. But you guys know that me, I don't know anything. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Moving on to Zambia. So they recently had their presidential election, and guess who came? Baba Mugabe of Zimbabwe. Yes, so Zimbabwe, my Zimbabwe. So the man came to observe the elections in Zambia when this happened. Take a look. Imagine the audacity of these Zambians booing my own Mugabe. Guess what happened? The man left. He left before the election victory was announced. Zambians booed him out. They booed him out. This is what Zimbabweans have failed to do that has kept the man in power for 35 years. You don't say now. But I can't blame these Zambians now. Why did the man go to Lusaka to witness free and fair elections when you don't allow such in your own country? Oh, by the way, while the people may be tired of Mr. Mugabe, many African presidents are not. In fact, the man has been appointed as the new chairman of the African Union. Yes, so he's also the chair of the Southern African Development Community, SADC. By the way, I don't like what some Africans have been doing since they announced Mugabe as the chairman of the AU. I don't like it, and those of you that have been doing it, you know yourself. Can you believe that people have been compiling all the pictures of Mugabe sleeping at functions, and they've been circulating it on the internet? This is not good now, and there's a lot of those pictures, you know, where the man was just tired. I think he is just tired. These people are trying to say that the man needs to step down from all these official duties and just rest. So this African Union thing, exactly what do they do? I know that one of their objectives is to promote democratic principles and institutions, popular participation, and good governance. I know that that is one of their objectives. This whole thing is a joke. When Mr. Chairman himself, and that is a Mr. Look for another picture. What is wrong with you now? Are you out of your mind? You know well. It's like a joke when Mr. Chairman himself doesn't promote democracy in his country. But you know, I understand that these African leaders are they're trying to make a statement, you know, to the West. Yes, that is why they put Baba Mugabe. They know that Mugabe will say some things that no other African president can say. Sure, you understand? You have to give him kudos for that, though. Anyway, so congratulations to Mr. Mugabe. Good luck. Don't sleep on the job. Kai, it is well, it is well. Guess what? I'm just keeping it real. Alright guys, it's been real and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace out.